I apologize. I'm a little rushed because I had a movie watch party in a different Discord that
Ooh,
just ended.
what were y'all watching?
So we watched Fear City, which a family comedy, which I don't know if I showed it to you.
I don't think so.
It's
Fear City, a family
it's a
comedy.
French movie. That's like the French Naked Gun, or it's like the same humor as Naked
Ah.
Gun or Hot Shots.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely showed it to a bunch of friends in a group, but I don't remember if you were in that group.
I don't think so. I'm getting hits for Fear City, New York versus the
No,
Mafia.
no, that's not it.
A
Um,
gripping documentary with first-hand accounts from Rudy Giuliani and FBI agents. I wish that one was a comedy.
let me just.
I see the Fear City 1984.
I mean, it's the English title, but obviously that's not the French title.
Oh, the quote on the poster is an impressive big league dose of urban paranoia.
It's movie about like uh, uh a lady who does like marketing for a movie, a horror movie, but it's a very very bad horror movie.
Mm,
And
of course.
one day, the projectionist for her movie in her theater gets murdered by a killer who's like dressed exactly like the killer in her movie. It's very
Ah.
goofy. It is absurd comedy.
Hmm.
Like if it it's made by people who saw the Naked Gun movies and were like, yeah, I want to do that.
Hmm. That sounds like a good time.
Yes, and we also then watched House. House?
Oh yeah,
It's a Japanese
classic.
movie. Okay, I had
Yes.
never seen that.
Love it when the man turns into bananas.
what? What? Why did he turn into bananas?
I know, it doesn't matter. That was his punishment.
This movie.
I understand now why your brain isn't working.
I'm sorry. I'm a little.
To have experienced House for the first time, evil cat room full of blood, floating watermelon head, man turns into bananas. Just great
the
film.
the editing in this movie feels like it was made by a ghost who watched too many YouTube poops.
It's great. It's the like you see it in like the thing that always struck me about it is like yeah, it does have sort of a weird modern sensibility about it, even and it's much older than you think it's going to be. Which I mean, you can tell from like the clothes and the film quality and stuff. But yeah, it's funny. I remember reading a thing that it was like some of the inspiration was the writer's daughter talking about a dream that she had or a nightmare that she had, like a child having a nightmare or a bad dream. And yeah, uh-huh. It sure is.
I just. It was very hard to keep track of what was happening in this movie.
Yeah, it's not I mean it's not that important. I think it's more
I get
vibes
no,
based.
yeah, it's more like, you know, oh, I think someone mentioned that the director before making that movie was making commercials. I was like, yeah, that makes
Mm.
sense.
Mhm. A lot
The
of good. What else? I don't know. It's like it but it's yeah, it's I love it. It's great. It's doesn't make it's just so nuts in a great way and a lot of just really great visuals.
Oh yeah, like
Um,
I love special effects that, like, obviously you can tell how they're made, but like they still work for me
mhm.
because it's just like it's not about how well made the special, how well hidden, like, can you tell that it's a special effect or not? It's not about that. It's about the special effect telling you that what's happening, you know? I don't know how to describe
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, where like yeah, it's not necessarily you're not trying to be convinced that any of this is real or
Right.
really happening. That's not the focus. Yeah.
It's like in theater when they stab each other, but it's fake swords.
Yeah.
Like you're obviously you can tell it's not about being convinced.
Yeah. Oh, I like it a lot. It's one of those also where like maybe in the beginning you thought like, oh, it's a group of kids on vacation, so like they're going to survive, right? And then you hit that point of no return. You're like, okay,
I
I see what kind of movie it is.
I mean,
I'm going to start laughing about this now.
the moment they enter the house and like the old lady is in the wheelchair is like, oh, this is Clock Tower.
Yeah, it's close.
I
God,
guess probably Clock Tower was inspired by this, maybe? I don't know.
probably like a non-zero amount. Yeah.
I have no idea what the cultural impact of that movie was.
That's true. I don't know, I mean, now it's very well known, and it's got its like Criterion Collection release and stuff. But I don't know like when that recognition started.
So
If it's a big deal or not.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah, Fire Emblem.
We gotta fight
We're back.
bandits. There's like so we were invading the kingdom, and then suddenly they were like those with slithers into dark bandits starting riots at home.
Ah, yes.
And we had to go back home. There was no choice. The entire army had to go back home.
Yeah. We don't know that much about resource management. We don't split anybody up. It's all or nothing.
You'd think Hubert would know, but whatever.
It's still a Fire Emblem game. Everyone is smart, but they can't be too smart.
Look what they've done to the homes, the fields, the people.
Look what they've done off screen. We can't show you though.
Yeah. Sorry, this has to be rated T for teen.
Well, also, I don't think they had the budget.
It was a long time ago,
Yeah.
sure. But I can't believe this is all that's left.
Apparently, the first thing they did was find and kill Viscount Trim Standin, along with the rest of the local magistrates.
Oh, the stand-in. Well, that's a
With no
shame.
one in charge, the bandits have taken free reign of the place.
Assassinations too? They've cut us deep indeed.
But why were they killing the leaders instead of taking them hostage? Are they not wanting control of the land?
It would seem their interest is little more than unadulterated chaos. Someone clearly does not wish Fodlan to be united beneath the Empire's flag.
Yeah, look at all this horrible devastation right in front of us, out of frame. Luckily, this unharmed, like, umbrella table in the background really underscores the devastation. Multicolored patio umbrella. We're just having a little brunch at the cafe here, looking out at the devastation.
I feel like, look, you don't have to model the devastation in 3D, obviously. Like, just surely you can commission an artist to draw a picture, and then you show the picture, and that's good, you know?
Take the umbrella out at least. Like, don't have a little cheerful umbrella friend in the background while you're doing that.
They just didn't, you know, they destroyed everything except the parasol because they liked it.
Yeah, all the chairs are gone from around the table to symbolize the devastation, but the beautiful little blue and white umbrella still cheerfully stands on.
Well, anyway, let's forget about that devastation and have some supports.
Oh my god. Oh, there's so many.
So I wanna see this one.
Is it
And
time? Oh boy.
I need to make you understand that this one was very far from being finished. I grinded this one specifically.
Oh no! The results of your efforts. Here it comes. Oh god.
And that concludes today's performance. Thank you so very much for coming.
Oh.
That was a great show, Manuela. You really put a smile on this.
Oh no!
Not as extravagant as I would have liked, but I suppose it wasn't so bad, all in all.
Wait, was Byleth also singing?
But why put on an opera just for me?
Byleth was just there, also.
It was
I guess.
Kid's idea.
Oh, your kids.
Really? But how did...
I'm sorry, but after hearing that sad story about your wife, I just couldn't keep it to myself.
I don't know if I believe you
see.
because Byleth's never had an idea.
I didn't spill everything, but you raised quite the listener. Also, I was drunk, so there's that. Honestly, I don't
Tee-hee.
even remember the conversation. I'm just going off what I was told the next day.
Wait, you were so drunk you couldn't even remember?
Are you surprised?
Anyway,
Manuela, once again, are you okay? You're talking about it so casually.
Opera that your late wife never got the chance to see.
Well, I'll be.
I know. It was such a noble, touching idea. It actually caught me a bit off guard. But I so wanted to try and fill that hole in your heart, even if only a little. So we turned the opera into a duet and practiced during whatever
Oh,
free time we
shit!
could carve out.
Honestly, thanks for going along with it. I know you've probably got better things to do.
She really doesn't.
I'm sure this opera put the original to shame. I'm grateful, and I'll probably be seeing my wife again soon, so I'll be sure to tell her all.
Well, in
about
Three
it.
House, you can have Blay.
Well,
You're hardly
the
in
man
position to
knows
judge,
that he's
seeing
death
as how you never
flagged.
saw the original. And you can stop that morbid talk anytime you like.
But he's
Little bit of
not.
classic,
You sound like a man
classic
who's
Gerald
dead,
death flagging.
and I won't
But he's
stand
not
for it.
though. It's not Three
That
House. It's
wunderkind of yours is going to
Yeah,
survive this
it's
war,
the
and
so
we will
yeah.
be
Well,
proud by
you mean they
living
didn't put in
long
a way
and
for him
happy
to
lives.
manage to squeak out a death in this
Now
one
promise
either?
me.
And,
He did die in the
I
bad
can't do that.
branch.
Mm.
We're at
Oh,
war,
right, yeah.
fighting a band of
He's not death flag
mercenaries.
anymore. He dodged it.
Yeah,
Tomorrow,
we've gotten past your death flag,
I
sir.
made my peace with that a long time ago.
I admit
my
there are some
God.
things out of your control. But I also know you'll do what you must to survive. So when this war
Black
is
can
over,
sing.
I want you to
Yeah,
come see me
apparently
perform again.
off camera.
And I
Well, in
mean
Three
on a
House, you can do,
proper
like,
stage with
singing
an
practice.
orchestra. Why,
That's
even a
true.
tough fellow like
But that doesn't
yourself
mean that
won't be
she's
able to
good
hold
at
back
it.
The tears. And after the show, you must let me try to seduce you again.
Oh,
Otherwise,
cringe.
I'll always
Don't
be
say it
left
like that.
wondering.
You just can't
Uh,
let it go, can you? I told you not to waste your time.
I don't like it. So enough about your dead wife. Let's talk about
Care
us
how old
having
you are,
sex.
or if you can't forget about your wife, just promise me.
Oh my god, Manuela,
I'll wrap
please.
your
This is
whole
embarrassing.
family
I'm
up in my arms
embarrassed.
And give them more love than they know what to do with.
Manuela, I think I understand
Manuela,
why
you
you're
are
single.
I suppose I
Manuela,
can
you are
settle
not
for just
second
one
wife material.
evening
I hate to
of
tell you.
You wouldn't let a poor woman drink alone.
Byleth is,
or
like,
starve
on the
her
side,
friends.
regretting her decisions.
Yeah. Oh
I think she
no.
just tricked me into agreeing to that. Still, a man is only as good as his word. Sorry, Citri. Looks like you'll have to wait just a little bit longer for me.
To die? Okay.
Okay, that exchange convinced him to not be so morbid and about his impending death.
Well, That sure was a support.
That was I don't know what emotion I'm having. I would say it's about 75% embarrassed. Maybe 10% wholesome. The rest of it is really an unknown. I'm really not sure what words for this. Oh my god. Gerald's morbid. 10% morbid.
It's Gerald.
5% horny. Just don't. I don't.
Oh.
Oh, that was so much. It was a roller coaster.
Somehow I didn't get the bilophone. Oh well.
Oh, us and Gerald. Okay, what could we have to say to each other?
Oh, hey. You fishing too?
Fishing?
Yeah.
Hey, you didn't even make a mini
Ease
game.
up, kid. We're on the same side now, remember?
I know. Guess I'm just not used to it yet.
We're not getting paid to kill each other anymore. We can just sit here like normal folks and catch some fish. You're a mercenary, right? For us, there's no such thing as friends or foes once that contract's paid.
Yeah, I know that too. You, don't remember me, do you?
Should I?
I used to run with Burling's mercenaries.
Burling. Ah, yes. That woman was an army unto herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, until they all got murdered by
and the
you.
company wiped us out. My captain, my comrades. Every last one of them died in that battle.
So that's what this is about. You have a grudge against me?
Yes!
Yes.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I really like that scruffy crew.
I really like that crew that we saw once, and they all had
That was,
generic
it
icons.
was my, yeah, this was my, it was like kind of her family.
And just like that, they were gone. I tried to tough it out at the time, but it was really hard. After what
I
happened,
don't like how often we get this camera angle where like almost her whole face is obscured by her
I was
hair.
gonna get stronger, and someday I would defeat you and the Ashen Demon.
Cinematography is not their strong
We're
point.
allies now, so you're gonna have to let that go, huh?
You know, they have
Looks like
spinning camera,
it. You know, part of
static
Look at this
shot.
Fire Emblem ass dialogue. Hey, here's a really emotionally salient point of trauma, but guess we're gonna get over it now. Ha ha,
Or
we're
are you
friends.
saying
Telling a joke.
Well, no, unless
Fire Emblem is limited.
By the way, for a regular guy just catching some fish, you haven't even got your hook on.
Yeah, well,
He doesn't
these
know
old
how to
mitts aren't
fish.
exactly made for tying tiny
Byleth
knots.
isn't the one who fishes.
Yeah, he only got into it because of her. This is cringe. She said this was your whole life, and you're just like, oh well.
People call you a legendary mercenary, but you're a lot less dexterous than I imagined.
Look, he's good with
He's
a
a paladin.
he's good with a lance, not like
I'm still alive and
knitting.
kicking, you know.
Oh, see, he just came from the Manuela support, so he doesn't want to talk about being dead
I'm
anymore.
sorry. The whole thing was just two minor lords trying to get the better of each other. If Burling hadn't come for us, we could have avoided all the bloodshed.
I don't blame
But she came roaring in, yelling that she would take us down and make a name for herself. My kid couldn't afford to hold back at that point. I know that doesn't make it better, but I hope it helps.
What's done is done. You were just doing your job.
It was their fault, actually.
Mm.
Wow, thanks. I feel way better, Jad.
Jad?
Jean's short for Jean's dad.
Uh-huh.
we call him Jad in the LP because his name is Gerald. That's it. That's
Alright.
all. Gerald with a J, pronouncing it wrong. All right, Yuritsa and Mercedes. What do they got to say?
You
to
know,
each other,
I never really,
finally?
I know this is obvious, but I never really thought about how they're like polar opposite. Mercedes is the perfect God's girl, and Yuritsa is a murderer.
Yeah, I think because of the difference in age, if I recall correctly,
Dear
like
son,
she didn't even
I
know
hope
that
this letter
he was her
finds you
brother.
well, and that you and your sister aren't fighting too much. It's been some time since I left the church in the kingdom, But I'm making do. Once this war is over, I hope the three of us can live together again.
Yeah, because he got like the Death Knight mask. He's became evil,
Yes.
killed a bunch of
She
people, and then
sent
had
me
to
this
leave.
letter as soon as I wrote her about being reunited with you. I know she was happy to hear that. She was always so worried about you, you know? We haven't seen you since we left House Bartels, so please go visit her when you have a chance. As you read, we were thinking that after the war is over, we could perhaps reunite.
No,
Why not?
Because I'm emo.
cannot face her. I killed my father, slaughtered everyone in the house. Our mother shouldn't meet a murderer.
Yes, I heard about that. But I'm certain you took those actions because you felt you had to, right?
Oh shit! Hit him with the
Just
empathy.
explain it to her. She'll listen to you.
You do not understand. There is a murderous demon in my heart. The
Oh
Death
my
Knight
God.
inside me would cut you and our mother down without hesitation. If that happened, I would lose myself.
I'm a beast.
But we're here
I'm a beast!
right now, and you're just as you always were. You're my little Emile who loves kittens and sweets.
Oh my god, this is just that chapter from
Mercedes.
Fata Morgana. Except they're brother and sister instead of lovers, which is an important
Perhaps the
distinction.
demon in me will even perish someday. But I cannot live with you until I pay for my crimes.
This is very different than what you said to
And
Edelgard.
considering the weight of them, that day may never come.
But
I seek only to be judged by the law, and thereby atone.
Oh, I think.
so that's what you've decided, is it? In that case, I have no choice but to support you, no matter how sad it makes me.
I love her
Just
look
know
in
that
this game,
Mother
by the
and I
way.
will always be waiting for you, no matter how long it
I like
takes.
Mercedes.
I look forward to the day when you can show your face to her proudly.
I see.
We might both be old ladies by then. But we'll still be able to talk over tea like always.
Thank you, Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Mercedes. You know, that's how you say it.
They say it like French people do.
Mm. Who else?
Oh, should I?
Oh.
I feel like I should disable the alerts that Diane is playing Pokemon.
Big shocker there. Just about everyone's playing Pokemon right now.
I'm not. I didn't buy it.
I didn't get it either. I was really hype about it, and but I'm seeing all of the the jokes and goofs about it not running well, and I don't know. I'm shocked that there's any problems with a Pokemon game running well. I didn't think, I thought Pokemon was just like so basic, but I guess it's not anymore.
Oh no, Pokemon has had technical difficulties every time. I think this time it's kind of worse.
It seems like it, or at least people are talking about it more.
Oh, but yeah, no, they always had. I don't think they've had like game breaking, like it's right now. But like their management forces them to release every year in November.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No delay, nothing. And that's not a sustainable schedule. It was bound. It was inevitable.
Yeah, especially with the scope of the game increasing so much, where it's open world and the battles just happen like out in the field. Like, yeah, absolutely.
I'm kind of hoping this is like their wake-up call for management, because I mean, I don't know.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. No, I mean, I remember, I still remember, like, X and Y had a soft lock at launch.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it did.
I didn't play X and Y, so.
And that was like 2 gens ago, I think.
That's already a long time ago.
Yeah, no, X and Y had a soft lock at launch. You could get stuck
Damn.
in Paris. Or in, like, whatever
Damn.
city was Paris. Anyway, Fire Emblem!
Anyway, yeah. Like Cynthia and Hubert, what could they have to talk about?
It's sad how we have
Schemes.
so few research
Just dark
materials
mage
here
stuff,
at the base.
yeah.
And in addition,
What luck that we might encounter each other at this late hour, Lysithia.
Oh no, but she's also afraid of
don't
ghosts.
scare me like that, Hubert. You're terrifying enough under normal circumstances, let alone when you're creeping about like a spider.
I should hardly think myself any more frightening than the
Oh,
disembodied
no.
spirit people have reported seeing night after night.
I'm more like a
Spirit?
cat, really.
The spirit was sighted.
Oh no, like Cynthia afraid of ghosts as usual.
Oh yes, quite near to this training center. It is a positively frightful tale.
Just remembered a thing, important thing, biggest. I gotta go. Good night. Don't follow me.
Positively frightful, I say. Them calling my light a disembodied spirit. Wouldn't you agree?
Hubert, she's gone. He literally just showed up to scare her.
He did.
He had no other motive.
Oh
We've
man.
barely had any vegetables with our meals lately. It's honestly kind of nice.
Eat your carrots.
Oh my gosh.
What's
It
going
keeps
on over
going.
there?
Then they've not noticed.
Not at all. While preferences vary, there tend to be many people who love meat and dislike vegetables. But to think, we found a way to hide the vegetables in all of that delicious meat and broth.
Oh my god.
Those who ate it found it delicious without being any the wiser. And of
Oh my
course,
god.
she did as
Hiding it in the meatloaf.
Excuse me. Look, I know it's like Lysithia's trait, but is everyone in this army children?
Yeah.
Eat your goddamn veggies! Jesus Christ.
That is splendid news. Pray continue.
You gotta coerce, you gotta trick your soldiers into eating.
Can't just eat a bunch of vegetables?
God damn it.
Goodness, Lysithia.
There she is, folks.
You were positively gobsmacked. Did you have yourself a recent surprise, perhaps?
So many vegetables. Ah, Hubert! It's nothing. I'm busy. Gotta go.
It really is sad how much time I spend trying to make vegetables palatable for people. Oh well. I suppose I should just consider it part of managing our soldiers' health.
I'm sorry, he's not trying to
Maybe
torment
they
her
just
with that.
Lysithia.
Maybe they just got really gross ass vegetables in Fodlan. I don't know. Maybe they're different than the ones we have.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think everybody's a big baby.
Why am I even talking to you about this?
You might find yourself without any sweets whatsoever if you continue to treat me so cruelly.
I didn't realize that Hubert was just fully gonna be like Cynthia's dad, that's their relationship.
Then why didn't you open with that, Hubert? Hand them over.
First, permit me to brew a suitable tea to accompany them.
Huh?
Where is this going? Oh, okay. It just ends.
Oh my god.
What?
Well,
I don't.
we'll
Okay.
have to freaking see what that was not edited well.
No. Okay, personally, I kind of don't really understand, like, oh, you know, you eat something and it tastes really good, and then someone tells you, you know, oh, there were shrimps in there, and assuming, like, there's no allergic.
Yeah, it's just a preference.
It's just a
or
preference
sort of
thing.
You know,
And,
a
like,
childish thing.
You realize, oh, I guess I ate shrimp and I liked it. Whenever that happens to me, I'm like, oh, cool, I found a way to like get that food in a way that I like. I'm not like, oh, gross.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I don't understand that.
For sure. Thinking back on foods that like I had like a barrier against as a kid. Really the real barrier was just that they weren't ever prepared in a way that I enjoyed. Like once I grew up, and especially tomatoes. When I was a kid, I didn't like tomatoes. I didn't like anything with tomatoes in it. And obviously, like, that's a really obvious and well-known one, because like as you get older and you try more food, and you know, your palate changes, but also just being exposed to, you know, maybe one of the reasons why I didn't think I liked any tomatoes was that the ones that I was eating were like fast food hamburger tomatoes, which are watery and tasteless.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, Lysithia's baby.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of leaning pretty hard into it. But I mean, Lysithia has like 3 personality traits, and we hit on 2 of them. So, you know.
Second, I'm just suddenly wondering. She's 18. Okay.
Yeah, now she is. Yeah, because she's 15 and I think 15 at school.
I think 16. This is 2 years later.
Ah, okay.
I think? I don't know. Like, Zethia, she's... Oh, this is just gonna... you know what? This one is just gonna be... Oh, you're small. Oh, sorry, I said you're small.
Are you doing some research?
Yeah, I was just looking through records of past battles. Figure I'll probably run into some similar situations.
I was watching StarCraft replays.
That's I thought
trying to get my APM up.
Background would be a little more reckless with their fighting. Oh, wait.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Making
That sounded
assumptions.
a bit rude, didn't it?
It did.
No, you're right. My fighting style was pretty loose when I was a mercenary.
I just can't figure out the Zerg rush.
Actually, I can't really change that much. But I've got more responsibility now, so I've had to adjust some. Any mistakes I make would only cause problems for everyone else, right?
Huh. You're much more studious than I thought. I can see why Edelgard trusts you so much.
You really think I'm held in such high regard?
She tells you all the time.
That's what I heard, at least. It's very impressive, especially since you're so young.
Thanks, Lysithia. And the same goes for you too.
There you go. There it is.
Kid,
Oh no.
You're amazing at what you do.
Oh no.
Oh, how dare you? I'm
Oh,
not
no.
a kid.
Excuse me? Who is a kid?
Huh? Well, you are.
I must ask that you refrain from treating me like a child.
Damn,
I
go off,
wasn't
Queen.
trying to-
You
She's
said
I mean, she's
that I
18
am
now.
For a kid.
I mean, 18 is a kid to someone who's
Think you call me one
older.
directly to my face.
Yeah, how old are we in this?
I don't remember.
But also 18 is a kid to someone who's 19. So this is not
That something as inconsequential as my age can dictate how people treat me.
I'm sorry. I had no idea you hated being treated like a kid that much.
But she's just a widow baby. Look, Lysithia. The reason I love Lysithia is because I'm also a widow. I'm little and cute in real life, and it's a big burden, you know? That's why I like posting on the internet, where no one can tell how cute I am, so they can judge me purely on the merits of my posts.
It's true. I can attest. DVAC very small. And very cute.
I'm just a little guy. Look at me on the screen here. Look, I'm just a little vacuum.
It's just natural that I bring it up.
Oh, so you think it's natural for a person to look down on someone who's younger?
Oh my god, Lysithia!
Hold on, didn't you tell me I was impressive for being so young? Doesn't that mean you assessed me based on my age too?
Oh my god, this is the most fucking Twitter replies ass argument.
Is completely different than you saying I'm pretty good for a weak little baby.
That's not what she said.
Pretty sure I didn't phrase it like that.
But it's what you meant. Oh, I should have never.
Oh my
called
god.
You know,
Lysithia, you're ruining
an adult wouldn't
everything.
Get all stubborn and combative like this.
I think an adult would just walk away.
I am not
Yeah.
being combative. I'm simply having a normal conversation with you. Is that a problem?
I'm not angry. You're angry.
What about this is normal to you?
Well, there you
The end.
go. And we will never talk to her
Oh
again.
my god, Lysithia meltdown. Wow. Who else
oh.
does she have to talk to? Oh, Mercedes.
Mercedes
what
is
could
gonna
they have to
treat her
talk
like a little
about?
child, I bet.
For sure, but she's gonna like it.
Huh? Where am I?
Oh no, I guess Mercedes kidnapped her.
Good to see
Oh,
you
no!
again, Cynthia. How are you feeling? Mercedes? Why
You
are
collapsed from not eating any
what are you doing
vegetables.
here? You don't remember? You collapsed during training, so I carried you here. Professor Manuela said you were sleep deprived. You were out for almost half the day, I think.
I slept for that long? No! I have to catch up on everything I missed.
Oh my god, she doesn't sleep.
All my VTubers have been streaming. I have to watch the VODs.
I understand.
Oh
your
no!
impatience,
But then if I
but
take
you
all the
still
hours to
quite
watch the
pale.
VODs, I'm gonna be behind on the
Let's stay
live
here and
stream.
rest a while longer.
Thanks for the concern, but I've rested enough.
That's a shame. I suppose I'll just have to throw out these cookies I baked for you.
Oh.
Hmm.
Cookies?
Yes. I thought we might share them when you woke up.
Well, I suppose since you worked so hard on them... Wait. Are you taking advantage of my love of sugar?
No, she's giving you cookies.
I only wanted to enjoy some tea.
Oh my god, look
Those are macarons. Those are not cookies.
Rainbows when I baked
That's
them.
true.
I mean, it's an upgrade.
So
Yeah.
colorful.
Also,
How did you
way
find
more
the
effort to
recipes?
make those.
Oh,
Just a
incredibly
few special
difficult.
ingredients. It wasn't so difficult.
Oh my god.
Now I'm even
So of
more
course she's an expert
curious.
at making macarons.
Please try one. I'm certain you'll like it.
Okay, here I go. It's like snow. It just melts in my mouth and leaves the most wonderful aftertaste. This is honestly one of the most amazing things I've ever tasted in my life.
Yeah, that's also
Oh
how
my
I felt
God.
when I tried
I'm glad
macarons.
you like them. And there are plenty more, so don't be shy.
Sure, but more importantly... Actually, wait. I need to eat another one first. Okay.
Oh my god.
Teach me how to make these.
Of course. But
Well,
let's
it
just
requires
enjoy the ones we have here
patience,
first.
so.
No, you have to teach me right now. I have to know.
Oh, I think the tea is ready. Please excuse me for a second.
No, stop! Don't you dare leave. Can't believe I got so worked up just now. But I really need to know how to make these.
The end.
Mercedes is really the mom of the group.
Yeah. God, like Cynthia has a lot of meltdowns in this. Also in general, in life.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Ash. Oh, hey, A rank with Ash. We were gonna look into our mom, right?
It's been a
And
while
look up stuff
since
about
we
our
sent that
family.
letter, but we still haven't received a response.
Yeah. We know the village chief got it, though, and we know he read it. The soldier who delivered it confirmed as much.
But he never wrote back. I wonder why.
Hard to say. Maybe he just doesn't want to get involved. Or maybe he doesn't remember us. Part of me almost wonders if my mom didn't make him promise not to tell me anything. Not that I have any proof she'd do that.
I'm disappointed.
It's too
Yeah,
bad,
let's
you know?
express our
We should
emotions.
probably assume we're never getting a response and just leave it at that. And we don't have any other leads either, so there's not much point holding out hope. I mean, yeah, I want to know more about my mom, but it's not the end of the world if I can't. You had to give up learning about your parents too, right?
I did, but
No matter what kind of past my
Finally,
mom
some
had,
real
she'll always
emotions.
be my mom, and I'll always be me. I know that she put every bit of herself into raising me, and that's what matters. There's nothing more important than that in my book.
you're right. Whatever your parents did before they had you, and wherever they are now, they'll always be your parents.
Glad you understand. And hey, not knowing
Aw.
the truth lets me make up all sorts of stories about her in my head.
Oh, she's a. Oh, I don't know.
Is
That's sad.
Is that good?
A high-ranking noble, forced into obscurity.
Not a bad idea, but not totally original either. I was
Don't
thinking more
write
along
fan
the
fiction
lines of
about your
Legendary
mom.
Knight,
Oh,
known
this
throughout
is
every
sad
part of
again.
Poland. or maybe a mysterious adventurer who came from somewhere far beyond its borders.
I'm guessing that one and the
Incredible if it were
somewhere
true.
was hell
And
or
it would
something.
certainly explain why she was so knowledgeable. Still, I'm sorry I couldn't help you in the end.
It's all good, Ash. Without you, I never would have spent all this time thinking
Oh my
about
God,
Mom
she's
and who she really
you're
was.
coping so hard. You're coping so hard right now. It's okay. It's okay. Just
I'd
be
say the
okay
journey
to be
itself was
sad.
entirely worth it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I should probably get going. Just remembered I've got a huge to-do list. And
I'm
not
gonna
usually
anyway.
have
I'm
time
gonna
to
go
do it.
cry over there where you
See ya.
can't see me. Oh, I kind of hope she would open up to Ash a little bit
I
more.
could have sworn I saw the commander here a moment ago.
Oh, you just missed them. I can take a message if you want, though.
In that case, please deliver this letter.
A letter.
You can't just stop
What
it there.
the fuck? What the fuck? We're
What?
never gonna know.
What?
We're never gonna know.
But
Oh
What?
my god!
how dare you?
Wow!
How dare you, game? That doesn't even make sense. Why wouldn't
Wow.
he tell us?
Oh man.
How do you feel about giving Ash the
Let's give it a go.
the Merc whistle?
I think that we have to marry Ash so that he'll give us the letter.
That's what I was thinking.
give me the letter.
No backstory, make up your own. Oh, but shut up. No, that sucks.
We're
I wanna.
gonna figure it out together. Me and Ash. Here we are.
All right.
Ches and Ash. Oh, terrible,
I,
weird shipping name, but
Thank you so much.
we found him.
I hope you like this.
I obtained Lugan the Maiden
Oh.
Wind.
That's the first book that he learned how to read. That his adoptive father taught him how to read.
So I'm probably not really gonna interact with this at all, this mechanic. But we can equip this on any character, and it gives us Ash's unique ability.
Ooh, well, that's fun.
Which
There's
I
a
don't
mechanic.
actually know what his ability does, but I never use it because, I mean, you can put it on anyone, I guess. But like, it wouldn't. I never put it on Cheez-It because her ability is already the best.
Yeah. Well.
I don't
It's
know
a neat
what
idea.
Winston's is.
I mean, are we gonna bring Ash to any fights? Because if not, you could equip it for one battle, and just because.
Let me see. Is there? Can I not like see? No. Info?
Oh, there it is. It was unique abilities.
Winston's. While holding ZR, use left stick to create and place a zone of wind.
Ah, I see. It juggles
Oh,
them.
it's a trampoline. He has
Hell yeah.
he has the power of trampoline.
Oh yeah, great, good. Bounce house.
All right, sure. All right,
Everyone here is a kid.
we can try the power of trampoline.
Sounds great.
Hubert, what's Hubert and Petra?
Oh.
Surrender now, and I will spare your life.
Well, that's a good start.
You're all alone, fancy boy. What you gonna do?
Oh my god, calling Hubert fancy boy.
Oh, you are positively brutal.
She seemed to be reaching for a weapon. It is better to have safety than sorrow. Also, she would not have told you any information of usefulness. You
Wait,
have
she
not
just
told us.
murdered the assassin.
I think she knocked her out.
More than a corpse, I
No,
suppose
she's fucking
you
dead!
have
Oh
any-
my god, the raw sexual energy of this scene.
I must admit, she appeared to be going for her blade. You have my gratitude.
There is no need for thanks. I have awareness that you could have been dealing with that assassin yourself.
Perhaps. Still, I must say I have never hidden atop a tree just in case I needed to put an arrow into someone's back. I must try it sometime.
Hubert.
I imagine such tactics are part and parcel for a woman of Bridget. Though I am a touch surprised a queen would resort to them.
Why does it give you surprise? It is the tactic of most cleverness. You can attack with safety and with clear shots at the enemy's vitals. Or are you thinking that a queen should not be like her people?
Oh no, not in the slightest. In fact, I can think of no wiser strategy than for a queen to position herself somewhere safe. For
Hubert
this
is the
history
queen
littered
respecter,
with
as we all
foolish
know.
fools who have gleefully ridden off to their own deaths, all in the name of the ludicrous, contemptible concept they call chivalry.
Chivalry. Ah, yes, that is the code for the knights. There are no knights of Bridget. We have agreement that they are without sense. But in Fodlan, I have been reading many books about chivalry. It is a code without point, yet it is followed by many. I do not have understanding of the reasoning.
In which Petra and Hubert have a conversation about masculinity.
Good tales, and tales have a way of stretching very easily. Over time, it is likely that people let go of the fact while happily embracing the fiction. Perhaps Fodlan once enjoyed an era of peace just long enough for that fantasy to take root.
Oh my god, this villain conversation, and a conversation for villains.
But also peace that is making us weak. I am not wanting my land of home to be weak, but I am wanting it to have peace.
Petra's learning so much about what it means to be a queen in this. Every scene, she has like a different lesson that she learns about how to rule.
For example, it serves well enough for keeping otherwise unruly warriors under control. Still, one advantage cannot be
Moravius is Petra creating outer heaven from first principles. Oh my god.
I will be keeping your words in my mind as I attempt to create an era of peace.
Yes. Be gone with the tired old ways and usher in a new age for all. That is what we are fighting for.
I just had in my mind
Amazing.
the picture of Petra going to Hubert and like saying, Hubert, I am not understanding this concept of alpha and beta male.
That's the most advanced chapter in the chivalry book.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the picture Kuvo posted in my Discord in the Fire Emblem room?
Which one?
Of Edelgard drinking a bottle of wine while behind her.
Yes. Yes. Hubert and Ferdinand are making out. Yes. Yes. That's for me. He did that for me. Thank you.
I think he did that for all of us.
Yeah, well, he also likes the Hubert Bernadetta ship, which I didn't really know about until the LP, but I understand. But Hubert and Ferdinand is the most important ship in this game to me, personally.
Oh, these two.
Oh boy, everyone's favorite. Ferdinand gets owned by Dorothea again.
Oh, this is such a problem.
Oh, right! This is like he saw her naked in a fountain when they were younger, and he thought that she was like a fairy princess or something.
Right.
Oh my god! Is this a reference? Is this like a reference to like a Japanese mythological folk tale or something? It feels like that.
I don't know.
Because it's so specific and yet so out of nowhere.
The only thing it reminds me of is the story of the guy who loses an axe in a pond and a fairy comes out. It's like, oh, is this silver axe yours? Is this gold axe yours? Oh, you're honest. You can have everything.
Yeah.
All my animosity towards him has been due to a misunderstanding on my part.
I really don't like this.
Dorothea!
Well, I think some of your animosity has just been from him being annoying, which is true.
That's what annoys me, is that they're writing it as, oh, it was a misunderstanding, and not her being mad that he's a noble and shitty.
Yeah, but he also is an idiot. Like, he
Why are
means
you
well.
shouting? I'm right here.
He's staying 50 feet away.
What? What is the movie I watched earlier in my watch party had this exact joke. Like,
Oh,
you know,
no.
there's one camera angle where one character is like, "Oh, hey guys, hey," and then it cuts to the other ones and you just see them do, "Oh, hey, wave our hands," and then it cuts to all of them and they're just in a circle right next to each other.
Oh my god.
As I am a fool who knows not how I upset you, you may freely laugh and cheer.
There's one thing about Ferdinand. He may be an idiot, but he's trying really hard.
There's some kind of lover's quarrel, maybe?
You think he's cheating on her? Nah, couldn't be. But then again, oh, for the love of... Ferdy! Please stop screaming our private business for all the world to hear!
But you told me to stay away from you. Not disregard
Oh my
your wishes.
god.
I implore you to forgive me. I have no wish for our relationship to end in such a horrid manner.
Okay, this is the wrong music. It should have been playing the clown music.
Yeah, this is the clown shit.
Can't say the lady looks too into it, though.
True, but if two folks really and truly love each other, they can overcome anything.
Oh my god.
I forgive you, Ferdy! Now for the love of everything, stop shouting!
Thank you for forgiving me, Dorothea. And thank you for hearing out my thoughts on the matter.
Oh, I think everyone heard you out.
I see. Then you are still cross with me.
Listen, Ferdy, you don't need to apologize.
Does this mean you will never forgive me for as long as I live?
Oh my
What
god.
am I to do?
Just listen to me for a second. You don't have to apologize to me because I'm the one who should be apologizing to you.
No, you really don't need to.
Oh? But why? I should not think you have any defects to speak of.
Oh my god.
I overheard you and Adie talking the other day when you were telling her about the water nymph you saw in the fountain in Enbar. Well, I'm fairly sure what you thought was a nymph was actually me as a child.
Come again?
That was the day I met Manuela and was invited to be a singer, and I was over the moon about it. I slipped into the fountain to wash up, hoping to scrub some of the dirt off of me, and then you appeared.
I see, but if the beautiful water nymph was actually you, then that means...
That means what?
Yes, right. Anyway, I got embarrassed thinking about
Means
it.
he
which
saw her
is why I
naked,
told you to stay
although they were children. So I mean, it is very embarrassing.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well,
For
I'm
everyone
glad
involved.
we were able to clear that up.
Let's never talk about this again.
Nope. Some real cringe theater happening. All right. Oh, speaking of cringe.
I don't think
Yeah, Baratheon and saw a titty once a decade ago. Have never recovered. That's Ferdinand.
Bernadetta, listen. I'm sorry about what happened back there.
No, it wasn't your fault. I'm the one who should be
Can
apologizing.
everyone please stop trying to apologize?
Oh my god, apology tours all around.
I'm glad we managed to get you in front of the meanest looking guy in my company. But that didn't last long before the nerves got to you. Quickest I've ever seen someone run, let me tell you.
Thanks for the exposition.
And I accidentally stepped on that horse's tail, so it started going wild and totally trashed the place. It'll probably take weeks for them to clean that up.
I guess the horse was lying down.
Look, writer, if you can't, if the devs tell you we don't have the budget to like show that scene, maybe try something else.
God, I don't know.
Did it this time, Bernie?
Hey,
Let's try to
we all
cheer her
make
up
mistakes.
for sure.
Water under the bridge, you know?
Yeah, thanks.
That aside, though, you still want to do something about your shyness, right?
Just go see Anna. She has some weed for you.
This is a bigger problem.
This is this doesn't really seem like a shyness problem. This seems like a I'm afraid of people, like afraid of people, especially people who are stronger than you.
Myself at all lately. Bernie's out in the open.
Either way, now we know how things turn out when we try to force the issue. Looks like we're better off taking an incremental approach.
How's that work?
I'm imagining Ferdinand sitting in a tent alone right now, having an existential crisis that he's seen a titty, that he's seen a girl naked. He's like spiraling.
That's right, Bernadette. We're gonna try exposure therapy.
And I don't know, if the conversation gets interesting, maybe you can come out and join in?
I'm not going to care whether it's interesting or not. It doesn't matter if they're serious or boring or the most fascinating person in the world. All I care about is that they don't scare me.
Yeah, I guess that's gonna be tough to manage on its own, huh?
Well, maybe the incremental approach won't actually be as hard as we think.
Really? How do you figure?
I mean, I did used to think you were pretty terrifying. But with all this stuff we've been doing together, I've actually gotten used to you. And now I'm not really shy around you, am I?
That's great.
She's afraid of me.
I'd honestly be kind of sad if you were still afraid of me after all we've been through. Sounds like getting you used to people is the way to go after all. Maybe you just have to spend a lot of time with someone before you get really comfortable.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Anyway, here's hoping you and I can keep getting closer, Bernadetta.
Right.
Ah, a normal lesson. Well, that's not so bad. We did it.
Oh, fast.
Oh, a facility.
I guess I should look up what that is. Oh, did I pick up? Because I did do a little bit of grinding, so I guess there's a bunch of stuff in here.
Everything has its use.
Sorry, it's just every time I look at this lady, the shadowing on her neck makes me think she has a beard. I'm like, all right, good on you.
Ah, yes. I see what you mean.
Allow me to assist with any matters regarding the facilities.
The facilities.
Battalions. Sure.
We did it.
Let me know if I may be of further service.
Easy. Facilities managed, no problem.
I guess it's time for gameplay.
Wow. After the first hour of the stream? Oh god, it's this one. Never mind.
Yeah, it's just, you know.
Yeah. Alright.
I genuinely don't remember it being interesting at all.
Alright, we got House Rim. That's where Yuritsa is not actually from, but after he ran away, that's where he's from.
Oh, hi.
We're too late, Professor.
Well. Oh, Lena, your hair is so much better now. Wow. Oh, good for her. Finally had someone else cut it.
I don't remember what her hair looks like in Treehouse.
It's like too short and like kind of crooked, like she cut it herself badly.
Leone, will you take her? I'll check down the other way.
She gets long hair after the time skip in Treehouse, and I don't like it either.
Yeah, I like this just short but cut, you know, nicely is much better. It makes sense.
We are hopelessly outnumbered. It seems these streets will be my grave.
Do we need to take manual off of this mission?
I hope so.
This town's even worse than the others. Quickly.
Like, is it gonna have unique dialogue?
Professor Hanneman? Does that fool really think he can contain this alone? Everyone.
Well, I thought he was a really powerful wizard.
I will not lose one more innocent life today.
Is he?
These monsters.
I don't know.
I thought he was
Maybe
just an
not.
old man.
I guess he's just a guy. He's just an old man who researched crests.
I think he's just a guy. Like, he knows
In order
magic.
to do experiments, I assumed that he was had a lot of magical ability, but he doesn't necessarily. That's yeah, I guess not.
Build bridge.
Anyway.
Rally the vigilantes. Martial
Sure.
protection. Yeah. Cheese it.
All right.
Manuela. Oh, she inserted herself. Actually, it's
She's
probably
gotta go see him.
it's probably because I was using her previous map when I was grinding with her. When her and Gerald were grinding.
Yeah, you had to see during this. She was planning that opera performance.
Ferdinand. Gotta have a lance. Blah. I'm gonna bring in. What? Am I blind? Oh wait. Oh, she's okay. She's here. Dorothea, Hubert. Dorothea, what's your swords? I think you could do better than swords. I think we're gonna go with lance. Right. Bernie, yes, okay. There's a lot of flying enemies, it looks like, so Bernie will be good. Don't want you. I think some gauntlets would be nice. Not much axe use. There are NPCs, so I think it might be worth bringing a healer. Oh, we have Manuela. No, I don't want to bring Manuela.
After much deliberation, I'm sick of this bitch.
Whoa. I mean, yes, but I wouldn't say it with those words. Please.
Sorry, Manuela. It's time to rest. We love you.
What's Rigid Hunter? What's that?
May nullify damage.
Cool. Oh wait. I bought. Oh, I can't. Well, whatever. We'll have two swords.
Showing off Byleth's combos with people.
What about the combo? What? Byleth has combos?
Chat. Last time you mentioned showing off Byleth's combos with people.
I don't know what you mean. Like, she doesn't have unique animations for combos. Or if she does, I'm not aware of it.
I wonder what we were talking about then.
This is a rescue first and
I at least want to see her animations, her battle animations and stuff.
Oh, I forgot to change the outfit. Damn it. I got Dancer.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dancer is a unique mechanic where, so with the X button, I do a little, like, rhythm minigame? Well, it's not, like, it's just, like, I have to dance.
Is it like my favorite favorite Monster Hunter weapon, the hunting horn?
Like when I do this, if I do it with the rhythm, like when the circle goes in, it powers her up, and it also powers up every ally around me.
Nice.
Ow. Why am I frozen?
Oh. I also see you've got a move that makes a tornado, which is all I want in this game. I just want to see as many tornadoes as possible.
Anyway, I should probably assign... Yes, Bernie's time to shine.
Initiating the operation. Let's go, everyone.
Starting the mission. Is that an order?
So, what should I be doing again?
Oh, Caspar.
This seems like we don't have a lot of room. Defeat the Wyvern Lord and rescue Heinemann. Okay. You know, how about y'all just,
Only a matter of will. Forward. There's not a forward.
Leave this one to me. Looks like you. Not a problem.
no, what?
There's not a question of can.
Guard.
My will is there.
Shall we?
Guard.
I'll provide a sip.
Not a problem.
Guard. Alright, y'all just stay glued to me.
Die for me. Prepare to lay siege. The Empire is here to help.
So yeah, every time I do the tornado in rhythm, it powers her up. Like, her sword becomes more magic.
Hell yeah.
Also, Dorothea is not like, doesn't have a lot of strength. Her strength stat isn't great. But I put on her the Levin sword, which
Yes!
uses the magic stat, so she still does ridiculous damage.
She also has the Levin sword in our Let's Play.
It is very good to put on her.
It is the Dorothea sword, yeah.
It's like, oh, you want to make a magician do some like sword damage? You put the Levin sword on them.
Dorothea's trusty lightsaber, that's right.
What is happening? Okay, gotta save those people.
Not a problem. I've got this.
There's not a question of can. Only a leave this to me.
It's Bernie's time to shine. Sure hope this goes okay.
Take a breather.
Oh no, Heinemann.
I must find a way to endure.
Here it comes. You're done.
So when do we get to trampoline these men?
Oh, oh, I have to aim it. Okay.
Okay. Nice.
Oh man, I'm trying to go fast, but I forgot that I have a trampoline power now.
It has a little bit of a vacuum to it, but it's still not a tornado.
You really just like tornadoes.
In this game, now that I'm noticing that like there's so many of them, I just like them.
It's a very handy way to just like gather a whole bunch of men together.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, common in Muso games that the attacks have like a vacuum quality to them. It does bounce them for a while, just like sort of for you to hit out of the air like piñatas.
It's
Look at them go! They love it! They're having a great time. Versus this one, they're definitely not having a good time.
That's right. We're gonna bring peace to the world by having trampolines everywhere.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be too busy having fun to fight.
Is this open yet? Yeah, this is open. Okay, Bernie. Bernie, gotta save Heinemann. How is Heinemann doing? Oh, he's low on health.
Oh no.
Where is...
Shall we?
Physic?
Let's give it a shot.
And I guess you'll go here. Alright,
We gotta save that old man!
Bernie, let's go. Let's find that old man. Should have told Bernie to wait next to him for the place to open up. He's fine. He's fine. Where's the...
Got him.
There you go, Mercedes. Healed him.
Easy.
Thank goodness we got to Professor Hammond in time.
Oh yeah, Linhardt
Place to conduct
worked with him
business.
at
Keep at it,
school.
friends. There's coin to be made.
Oh no, not Pallardo.
Oh man, Gaspar. I'm a hero of justice.
Safety and be quick about it.
Oh, thief. Sure.
How dare they steal from the people?
Ooh, oh my gosh, that's so many tornadoes.
That's why archers are the best.
These are the tornadoes that I want to see.
Build a makeshift bridge, quickly.
Oh, you know, quickly.
Bam!
Wow, so nice.
Look, it's magic.
Looks very makeshift.
Oh, I never showed you Mercedes' unique character ability. She has like... It's like the orbital laser, but like in waves.
Oh, fun.
And the animation for her... Actually, I could probably show you the animation just by having someone... There we go. So...
Shall we?
Adjutant.
I'm here for you.
She's here for me.
Oh my gosh, girls.
Alright. There you go. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
She kills them with prayer.
Oh, wow! This is like fully like they're doing this is like a light show. They're doing a performance there.
Double-Eye Planet turned out to be a stroke of genius. Now to take my leave while the taking is still good.
Oh my gosh. It was a fake Payardo.
Oh no. You're not gonna escape, Yuritsa.
I mean, with those mutton chops, you know, that was all anyone was looking at, so they couldn't tell.
I'm just a passing merchant. I'm not it's worth a try.
Chest? Where's the chest?
Where is a chest?
I thought there was a chest here.
If we got a key, there must be a chest.
Oh, it's in the other... I don't know why it was here. It's the opposite of the map.
Dang. Keep bouncing them.
It makes her a lot faster too.
Mm-hmm.
I should have stayed a merchant. The money came easier.
Dang, got him.
I've seen that rogue before. Wasn't he one of the merchants who frequented Garreg Mach?
Please, someone help me!
Oh no, citizen. Metrodi? Metrodi?
Toady? Metodi.
Metodi.
There's trouble to the east.
Metodi?
It's Metodi, but you pronounce it like you're saying Milady.
Metodi.
Metodi.
is this one where it's pronounced something really different and I just don't?
I have no idea.
We'll never know because no one will ever say it out loud. He's a sicko.
Even the most beautiful rose has thorns. Have you realized that yet?
You gotta keep up with you.
Also laser beams.
Yeah. Really didn't expect laser beams when I picked this rose, if we're being honest.
You do realize you're dead.
It's
big Final Fantasy X2 vibes from this team up here.
Somebody help. Please, don't leave me behind.
We got him.
Man may be depraved, but orchestrating all of this is beyond his meager capability. A true enemy is those who slither in the
Yeah, that guy was just a regular sicko. Rescued the citizen.
just the regular kind of sicko who looks at you from the window.
Yeah. Interesting game design that all the villains get names, but the people we're saving don't have names. They're just citizens. A demonic beast.
Can
There's not a
you
question of can.
grab that?
Oh, it's the chest.
You're so good at grabbing chests, Ferdinand.
Oh no.
Fuck.
He tries to make it, but he dies of embarrassment.
I did not even realize what I said.
Yeah, he's like, please don't say that word.
Oh, no,
please, I'm
Leonie.
still so traumatized.
Bring her to the shelter for treatment at once.
Oh no.
Please.
It's okay.
Oh shit, let's go.
I can.
A drawbridge over to the east. We should take the only that way to be safe. Thank you.
Watch yourselves. This menace will not go down so easily.
Oh, come on! Bigger doesn't mean stronger. We can definitely take it.
Oh, Caspar.
Come a long way together. This fell creature is no match for us.
It's no match for the one rose. Use the controls.
Oh, the controls.
You know, the controls.
You know.
We did it.
Yay.
I could have just assigned one person to Leonie. It's fine. The AI is very.
Yeah, they're trying.
The AI is very bad at fighting demonic beasts. Is the thing. They get hit by all the attacks.
Let's work together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apologies.
This is a tricky poison indeed. And while I'm no specialist, I will do everything in my
Oh, if only Manuela was here.
Wait, let's just bring back Mercedes and she'll just spray the poison away.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Well, the map is all blue, so I think we're done.
Yeah, just gotta wait for the dialogue to finish. Ah, there he is. Six head.
Everyone,
He is.
get him!
Let's beat him up! Let's go beat up this old man!
I am the savior of this beast-infested
I love doing that. It's so funny to me.
Yeah. Fuck him up.
It's so long. As in, so long and thanks for all the books.
Well, we already got here, so it's too late. We're already gonna fuck up this old man.
Fucking make a mind over there.
Then we will break the Mackins.
Do not make the foolish mistake of trying to take the man alive. Solon must be struck down.
Here and now.
Fresh enemy soldiers are attacking the shelter.
Oh man, are we gonna kill him? Are we gonna kill him?
Of course they would strike where we are most vulnerable. To arms!
No, it's cool. I finished the map.
Or all is for naught.
Oh man, they really wanted you to be locked out, but you were too smart for them. You got past the barrier before they had a chance to put it up. Ere long, you say? Aw, he just retreated. We'll have to kill him again later.
Yet still we cannot stop him.
This should put an end to the disturbance in town. You all fought bravely.
I need to switch her to the dancer outfit.
Yeah, I like these dancer animations a lot. They are fun to look at.
Picture indeed. Thanks to the swift action.
Yeah, there's not even an umbrella in this shot, so you know it was bad.
However, there are still countless victims who have lost their homes and families.
The bandits are targeting the most populous towns here. And it appears the Alliance is dealing with the same problem across the river in Ordelia Land. I can't give back what they lost. All I can do is give them the time they need to heal and rebuild. Yet, perhaps the most vexing part is that Solon and the others slithered out of our grasp again, and we barely know more about them than when we started.
My apologies, Your Majesty. Their warping magic is unlike the white magic we know, and as yet cannot be disrupted or thwarted. Additionally, a town such as this gives them far too many places to hide.
I'm not blaming you, Hubert.
The guy didn't even seem fazed by us. What do you think they're after?
Nothing savory. That much is certain.
I've heard enough. Proceed as we discussed. Make sure the survivors have everything they need to carry on.
Can't get them, Elgard. They have the power of no clip.
Oh no, S rank. Ooh, Scythe of Sariel.
I feel like that should just instantly go on Yurtsa.
Yeah. Of course, MVP, the character you played as.
This is good.
Weird how the character I use the most is always MVP.
Look at all this stuff.
Leonie.
There she is.
We have 2 chapters to get S ranks with you, or A rank rather.
I don't really like Leonie in Three Houses. She's so jealous of you.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to get her support with Geralt because you're gonna hate it.
Oh my god. I don't understand why she wants our life so badly. Like, Byleth's life, I mean. She, like, wishes she could be Byleth so badly. It's so weird.
Messengers coming and going.
I doubt anyone's missed it with all the commotion they're causing. What happened?
I am sorry you have to repeat your report. But would you mind telling everyone here what you told us?
Just the whole idea of, like, meeting, like, seeing Byleth and Geralt and being like, I wish that was my dad, and I'm gonna make it your problem. I'm gonna replace you in your family so that your dad becomes my dad. It's just... Oh man. It's so weird. Instead of being like, I want to join your family, like, make me a part of your family.
The army of the former Duke Ire. Together, they managed to reach the heart of the fortress and seize control.
Oh yeah, Ferdinand's dad escaped, so here he is.
And their families.
Ire? Then the man behind all this is...
The former Duke himself, my lord. It seems he's come out of hiding.
I see.
They're using the hostages.
Alright, so we are taking Ferdinand next mission.
Yeah, when I gotta see, there's gotta be like a final confrontation where we actually see him speak to his father in a cutscene.
Wait, what? That's catastrophic!
My brother is stationed at Fort Mercius. Is he even doing anything about it?
Count Bergley's successor, who was serving as the provisional garrison commander, was taken prisoner. Apparently he made the prudent decision of refusing to join the rebellion.
Not sure if that's good news or bad news, but I know I'm glad he's not dead.
The former Duke Ire has vowed to overthrow the Emperor, and is even now calling on the other lords to join the cause. To my knowledge, there have been no takers so far. Given time, who can say?
We've seen Edelgard. Have you seen her armor? No thanks.
Yeah.
Nobles, whose status and interests were set aside by Her Majesty's reforms. There is unrest ahead in the Empire. Make no mistake.
As if we haven't dealt with a lifetime's worth already. Obviously, these people don't care about anyone but themselves.
This is calling for swift action. We must retake the fort with quickness.
Our fortunes continue taking one poor turn after another. Still, there's nothing for it. We must deal with Ire's machinations immediately and decisively.
Try to look on the bright side, Your Majesty.
In the chat, Edelgard's only response to threats on her life is no damage.
Just an assassin tries to attack her, and it just makes the plink noise.
Yeah, no, and the words "no damage" show up on the screen.
Mhm.
That's Edelgard.
Scarlet Blaze.
Oh my god, I'm so glad that this is making Ferdinand's dad and Ferdinand's relationship with his dad and everything like such a big deal. God, I love it. It's great. I'm so glad that the emotional drama of that is getting center stage.
Staged by the deposed Duke Ire.
There he is.
Oh god, that's what he looks like?
Yeah.
I forgot.
Time to capture Mercy.
See what I think you see him you see him in Three Houses. I think also at some point because he's a bad guy. But because I remember knowing that he was bald and being like, oh well, that's why Ferdinand grows his hair out so long in Three Houses because he knows that he's gonna go bald just like his dad, and so he wants to enjoy his beautiful hair while he can.
Well, you know, you don't always inherit that sort of trait.
It's true.
Hastened from afar with
But look at him.
that miserable
Also,
smattering of soldiers. From
estrogen.
what I
Just
hear,
saying.
Venya's heir is a rabid supporter
That
of
helps.
the Emperor. Are you certain the father is not being foisted on us just to get him out of the picture?
Absolutely not. And besides, all of House
Look at this
Fenya
pink
is
armor.
united behind you.
Oh, like it's probably
If
just the
we appeal
lighting.
to the other lords jointly, I'm certain a multitude of troops will flock to Fort Mercius.
Yes, the pink rave lighting in the castle.
I should hope so.
No, I think the armor is just
Why
pink.
they'd side with that pathetic excuse for an emperor. Only I, Ludwig von Eyre, can restore Adrestia to its former glory.
Point.
About those mages, they say they want to, alter the fort's defenses?
Fine, fine. Let them do as they wish. So long as we're outnumbered, we must embrace creative solutions.
Yeah, the mages say, I don't understand, but they said they want to install a firewall?
The moment we give any indication we're after the capital. We'll lure her troops inside, then dispose of them all at once. It will be...
I always knew you were a brilliant tactician. They will never see it
Who are
coming.
these people?
I have no idea.
We might discuss key posts in your future administration.
I can only hope Her Majesty is weak and foolish enough to be so ensnared.
You've seen her.
It was never my intent to divide the Empire in
Yes, it
war.
was.
That's not what I wanted.
Yes, it was.
Some real villain
She'd
talk
said
here.
One word, indicating there might be a place for me.
You're the villain. You fucked up, my dude. You fucked up a long time ago.
Of such thoughts, I must win. I must prevail over her.
God, I can't wait. Please, please have a scene between him and Ferdinand. Please. I would like to cry, please.
One to cut me down, Ferdinand.
Yes! I'm gonna cry.
Wow, that's little
Show
on
me the scene.
little
Show
on the
me
nose
the scene.
there.
Do you have a moment?
And then he finally has to kill him, and then he walks away, and that's his like real moment where him and Hubert get closer together.
I've not done Blue Lions. I've only done Golden Deer.
My pleas for a fair trial cost you time and delayed his sentencing.
It also gave the Knights of Saros an opening to conduct their raid, which provided him ample opportunity to stage an escape. I am to blame for all that has transpired.
Let me hurry you along.
If I had just ignored the law and killed my father like Hubert did.
Or, more likely, what do you want me to do about it?
Put me in the field when we retake Fort Mercius, and permit me to rectify my own mistake.
Oh, I think the story will force us.
Will you allow?
I was wondering when you'd ask. Don't worry, I've already made the arrangements. But you mustn't do anything reckless. You will stick to the battle plan, and that is a direct order.
Ah, Edelgard, you are the very picture of reason, the very epitome of wise stewardship.
Enough. You can gush over me after the battle if you still feel the urge. We've no idea how things will go after all, and you may be in a very different mood.
True. All the same, I am grateful. Thank you.
You can come out, Hubert. I know you're listening.
Oh my
I
god!
came to give you the latest report, Your Majesty.
He's so worried about him because they're married.
Its conclusion.
Then you know what must be done. Make sure he's given protection.
Oh, I will if I find the time. You do keep me quite busy, after all.
You've found a way to take care of them?
I can assure you, those Cretans will rue ever setting foot in Her Majesty's fortress.
Cretans.
They wanted thick walls, and we will give them the thickest ones a coffin can provide.
Oh, gamers. Are they gonna cook them like a baked potato in there?
Your Majesty, have you ever heard of the Cask of Amontillado?
God, how many people has Hubert Cask of Amontillado in his lifetime so far, do you think? Yeah, Morathan says Hubert is the only Cretan allowed in a Desgestia.
Well, there's probably his dad, right?
Yeah, that's probably, yeah. Because he was if he was young when he did it, then it had to be through some sort of trick.
Okay. What do we got here?
I have an idea.
More free time,
So
more
Hubert,
training,
what do you think of this?
more. Let's do
I have
free
an
time.
idea.
This tactic could work.
Shall we?
Yes, Linhart
Linhart.
wants more nap time.
Yeah.
Support.
My increasing Linhart conspiracy theory. Oh, we finally time advanced enough to see the support conversations.
Oh yeah. Oh, the Ferdinand one is gonna be after he kills his dad.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. My Linhart conspiracy theory is that he doesn't have narcolepsy. That he just uses it as like a really easy excuse to do things he's not interested in doing.
Good news. That's great. So that soldier was one of theirs after all, huh?
He was. It's uncanny how you managed to identify their agents so precisely. Ordinary spies would be one thing, but these villains are another entirely.
I think it could be both, because when I get bored of something, I want to sleep.
Yeah, I feel like he has like a really classic like ADHD where like he only wants to do what he wants to do and he gets like super into just that thing and everything else is like, I'm bored, I don't care.
Like, it's not narcolepsy, it's if I'm not doing something that I find interesting, I just want to shut down and sleep.
Yeah, and he and I feel like that also like that's something people understand better than him being like, well, if I'm not really interested in it, then I don't work on it. You know, like nobody wants to hear that. So he just says, I'm bored, I'm gonna go to sleep. Bye.
Guess we have Hubert to thank for connecting the dots between the two.
How strange that you would hold such an important key. The more I look back, the more I realize, without you among our ranks, I may never have broken the stranglehold those who
Without you among our ranks, I may have stayed at the academy and fallen in love with a professor and become
and
I don't know where I'm going with this.
Me? What did I do?
And Monica would have died.
Deeply entrenched in almost every facet of Adrestian society. The two were almost inseparable.
It's like you took us to a different timeline or
So
something.
I turned a blind eye to the lives that were being lost to their cruel designs, opting instead to focus my energy on preparing for war. But then you came along and helped show me a way to kill two snakes with one stone, as it were. You were the cog that was missing from the turn wheel, the one final push that urged me to act.
Dang.
Hey Shiz, do you have any advice on how to start a conversation with Byleth, since you're both mercenaries? I do wish Byleth had a few supports.
Yeah, just with Edelgard.
Like maybe just one support with each of the leaders.
Yeah, something.
You know? But whatever. Low budget, I get it.
Right. Well, I'm not sure I can take credit for that, but I'm glad I could be there for you all the same. Really makes me wonder why you all didn't trust me, though.
Yes, I can see your point.
It's because of my purple hair, isn't it?
In any case,
It's because of my Hubert.
know just how pleased I am.
Yeah. Well, it's Hubert's job to not trust people.
You were a
Is it because it's because of my Arval, who we haven't seen this whole stream so far? I hope I didn't jinx it.
It wasn't that big a deal. I just needed some gold and figured if anyone was gonna have the coin to spare, it'd be the Empire.
You know, some things are best left unsaid.
Oh, and you were really quick to compliment me back at the academy. That left an impression for sure. I mean, most nobles don't give us mercs the time of day. But you were different.
It's nice to hear you say that.
And hey, I was right about you. I wouldn't be shining half as bright as I am today if I didn't hitch my wagon to yours.
I put
Trust me, no
wagon.
regrets here.
Wagon.
I kind of
And
didn't.
what an REO speedwagon it was.
Anyway.
Anyway, we flushed those who slither in the dark out of another one of their hiding spots. Which seems like cause for
Edelgard's over here
celebration,
like,
if you
we're
ask
glad to
me.
have you part of the polycule after all this.
I mean, I know the game is trying to suggest it, but I don't really see it.
No, I don't buy it, no.
I had simply never done it.
They're friends, but they're not girlfriends.
We'll
No.
reach the end of this path soon. All of us. Together.
Yeah, the end of the path. Okay, baby. What you fucking got?
Are you always doing that?
A question, if I may. Have you had any further contact with our slithering friends? since
Sicko
that
shit,
day?
pervert
Not
shit,
the slightest.
Hubert, yet again.
Why? Do you know something?
Yes, actually. What with the riots in Rim territory and the former Duke Ayer's attempted rebellion, thanks to that we now have a lead on the insurgents within the Empire, as well as those who slither in the dark. Speaking to the latter, I also tried to determine if they had been attempting to reach you, or otherwise thought you an ally. But at present, it seems neither is the case, regrettably.
I'm.
Oh, complain.
You still don't trust me, do you? In our conversations? The future of the Empire? Promoting commoners? I would have hoped you'd ease up at least a little after all that.
Believe me, it brings me no joy and, in fact, some guilt to doubt you so. But I must be prepared for any eventuality. When needs must, I have made even my greatest enemy feel as though they are a trusted friend. Yet, at times, I have also shown extreme suspicion towards those who were, in all manners, undeserving of it.
Nothing personal, kid.
Yeah, I get it. Keep your cards close to the chest.
Made my greatest enemy feel like a trusted friend. So far, that I even married him.
I'm just glad we're on the same side.
What was I talking about again? Anyway.
I only tell you all this because I do, in fact, consider you deserving of my trust. Even if you were once connected to those who slithered in the dark, that is clearly behind you now.
Okay, but I'm not though.
So believe
It's
me
a
when
shame
I
that
say
there are not more romantic undertones to Hubert's route because of all the Hubert fuckers out there, but alas.
After what you just told me, I think I'm actually more worried now. I bet that's not how you really feel.
You're just trying to lull me into a
damn.
false sense of security.
I get the feeling that any attempt I make at explanation will only dig myself further into this hole. Enough.
I gotta say, in this, Hubert's 2D art does not look very good, but his 3D art looks much better.
You think so?
The whole like the eye that's closer to you is obscured by hair is not. I mean immediately both of us have our right eyes obscured, and one of them is from a good angle and one of them is from a bad angle.
This husk you bear now, and become that someone else entirely.
Arval.
Another me, huh? Well, I appreciate
When
the
we
concern,
get possessed by
but
Arval, are
even
we gonna
if
finally
someone does
uncover our
exist,
other fucking
it won't let them
eye?
overtake me. I mean,
And it's gonna be like red.
I have no idea what you're talking
I'd
about.
shove that other me right back where they came from and earn your trust once and for all. Though, just so we're clear, I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Very well. I suppose I will have to take your word. For now. In any case, I hope that as we inscribe Fodlan's new future, we do so with you by our side.
Woo! Nice.
Hey, bud, how's it going?
There he is.
Well,
Okay. Good talking to you. What's
What are we gonna do?
Is there any is there any paralogue? A reason to fight. Oh, okay. Oh, I can still do the other one. I won't.
Yeah,
but
it's still there.
Well,
I want to kill Ferdinand's dad.
that's gonna take a while.
Yeah, I have the feeling we don't have enough time to
No,
do that.
that's-
So, alas, I'll have to
that's-
wait till next week to
That's
cry.
that's not a tonight's event, but we could make you very mad.
Marathi. Oh no! What am I gonna be mad about?
Well, this group.
Oh, is this gonna be Leonie pick me, everyone's favorite pick me energy girl trying to compete with Byleth over who's Gerald's daughter?
I don't remember what this is about. But
Well,
I
it
think
says it's her village. She's from here, so this just seems like everyone has a goal aligned. But hey, I won't count my chickens.
I think we have time for this.
We get all of them?
Marathian says the Emperor orders me to brush my hair out of my eye, and I'm wearing the Chuni eye patch underneath it. Everyone in the courtroom groans at my shit.
So I'm guessing we cleared them all out.
I'm glad you were here, Leonie. You really know the lay of the land.
Well, Sawn is my home.
Sawn.
But you've been here before too, Captain.
Sure, but that was a long time ago, and I don't remember it all that well.
Ill news, Captain.
It's Eloise.
Another group of poachers has taken hostages from a neighboring village.
These people are a disgrace to poaching.
Saying so makes it sound like you believe there was some honor in the activity to begin with.
Well,
These hostage takers must be friends of the poachers who were
isn't
just
that just
here.
hunting?
According to the people of the
Illegal
village,
hunting.
they were involved
Right,
in
so
kidnapping
it's-
as well as poaching.
It does. I mean, it depends on what they're poaching.
It's just a matter of perspective
Yeah.
and legality.
Yeah, if they're just like hunting on someone else's land, then who fucking cares? But if they're like killing an endangered species, then that matters a lot more.
Sound like bad news. We'd better do something before these new victims are dragged off and never heard from again.
House Gloucester's orders were to deal with the poaching issue in Sawn. We did that. Our work is done.
How can you be
Damn,
so
Blair.
If you see someone in trouble, you help them. That's just basic decency.
I don't see anyone here. Do you?
You know what I mean.
Easy, Leonie. The kid was just stating a fact. I'm sure no harm was intended.
Izzy Leonie, she doesn't understand subtlety or... She's a robot.
How could you possibly raise such a cold and unfeeling person, Captain?
I wasn't always the best dad.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I raised her wrong by mistake.
Wow! Wow! Okay.
Perhaps we should shelve this conversation for now and determine our next move.
Yeah, it is interesting to see their relationship as from a person perspective instead of being the person controlling Byleth.
Plus, I'm not just gonna sit by while poachers run wild in my apprentice's home turf.
Because when you're Byleth, you can say things that are more compassionate. But if in the fiction, the issue is that Byleth is not compassionate and Leonie is, that makes a lot more sense.
You don't have any connections here, so it's your call if you want to pitch in or not.
The story will force me, so...
Nobody will think worse of you if you decide to duck out on this little goose chase.
Alright, bye.
Yeah, I should head back. Maybe get a hot meal and a nice bath. After I help, I mean. I'd love to join you.
I told you the story would force me.
I'm sure you'd manage without me.
But thou must.
Many
But thou
hands
must.
make light work and all that.
Then let's roll. Leonie.
Excuse me, I've signed up to play this mission, so I'd like to play it, please.
Look, you have 4. Alois is there. 4 is what you need for a mission like this.
Does Leonie have like that little orange kind of dress because it's the same color as Gerald's tunic?
I don't know. Could just be the local fashion.
I don't know. I think her outfit's neat in this. This is like the best Leonie design. I feel like her other designs have been really awkward, and this is like very cohesive and but it still makes sense for her. Like, yeah, I don't like long hair, Leonie. I don't think that doesn't make sense for her.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense and it doesn't suit her, I think. It doesn't look that great.
Yeah. It feels very like, oh, and then she became normal, and it's like, no, I don't think so.
And then she became an actual lady. Fuck off, game.
Yeah, exactly.
Is everyone equipped correctly? Could probably use
Horse Slayer. The most unethical weapon.
I'm sorry. A lot of horsemen.
A lot of horses to kill with this weapon.
There we go.
Many weapons are made to kill people, but this one's just for horses, baby.
This must be further in. Maybe we can draw.
Or you can do people too.
From him first.
A fine plan, Captain. Once we've done so, we can easily rescue the hostages.
Here we go then. Let's make some noise and get their attention.
Okay.
How many decades has it been since I was here last?
So I guess you can take this.
Let's see how it goes.
Initiating
Take
the operation.
this.
Let's go, everyone.
Got it. Time to make a name for myself.
Not a problem.
Where does the time go?
It's my turn.
I know what you mean, Captain.
There she is. Horse dodging.
Horses, I don't believe I was with you at the time.
Yeah, Alois is also an orphan that Gerald's trained and like quasi-adopted. So, you know, Leonie, it's just another reason that Leonie's like not alone in her sort of feelings toward Gerald, and she could be a part of a family instead of feeling like she has to replace us.
We were dealing with.
Got it.
Poachers the last time we were here too. Remember?
Can't say I do.
It's a lot of poachers if you think about it.
Time for some Byleth gameplay.
Wait, now I remember. None of you were with me the last time I came here.
Oh my god, this dad recollection.
Would have been too young. I was with the Knights of Selves.
All
Wow, there he is. Cool animations. This is like if you've played other like Dynasty Warriors games and you want to play a character that's from those games instead of a cute anime teen.
I don't know. I've seen Dynasty Warrior games. They have some pretty boys in there.
Yeah. There's a lot of cute anime teens in those
Like,
games too. There's also a lot of like manly men going "Hua, ha, ha," all the time.
I mean, Lubu is kind of both, though. Like, I was not expecting Lubu to have that voice.
Oh yeah.
First met the captain, I was a weak little village girl, and now I'm a mercenary.
In the War of the Three Kingdoms Chinese TV show, Lubu which is like I guess more accurate to the timeline of. Well, I mean, obviously the Dynasty Warriors games like don't consider that the timeline of Romance of the Three Kingdoms or how old all the characters are relative to each other. But Lubu is pretty young, because he's an upstart. He doesn't already have like an established like land and family and stuff like that. And so it was funny to after seeing him in the games to see him in a TV show and he's just like 21. And not this huge, giant, ripped man, but just like a young guy who's good at fighting.
What, Alois? Our older brother?
Yeah, they are talking about it. He's also kind of adopted. Yeah, exactly.
She said our older brother and not my older brother.
Yeah, see, Byleth's already ready to welcome Leonie into the family if she would just get over it.
I was thinking more like Byleth pictures herself as being like a multiple person.
Oh, me and Sothis.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Even though I don't
Yeah,
think
nobody-
she told Gerald about the whole I have a person in my head.
No. Well, we had a support with her, and it's like, where we both almost said that we had a person in our head, and then we didn't say it. So I would like to advance that relationship so that maybe we can say it.
Yeah, I guess I can try to do that. I can probably grind that out for next time.
Time to make it. All right, take it down.
I'll try to grind out all those supports that I think we're all interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Initiating the operation. Forward!
Captain Gerald taught me how to determine the flow of battle by capturing key points on the battlefield. He's the best.
Uh-huh.
They sure put up a fight.
The Gerald School of Warfare remains undefeated.
Stop attacking my citizen.
I didn't realize Gerald was into strategy. Always struck me as more of a hit him until they stop moving sort of guy.
Though he's strategic when he needs to be. Underhanded even. He does whatever it takes to win.
Well, I don't know how I like that description. I don't know if that makes me feel better.
I think Leon is exaggerating.
Yeah. Sounds like he's just wildly inconsistent to me.
I'm surprised you recognize
Looks like everyone from the village is okay. Just have to get
Oh, hi, Leonie. You got a haircut.
No way we're just gonna let you walk out of here. Get out!
Oh no, an escort mission.
It's fine.
Gerald is not above pausing the match in Smash Brothers. Damn. Damn.
how persistent they are.
The hostages are in danger.
I mean, sure, but that gets you disqualified, though.
Well, I mean, he's not playing in a tournament. These are back alley Smash matches.
Oh my God, back alley.
He's a mercenary after all, right? He's not playing in the tournament. He's playing in the you know, I don't know, the LAN party in the bathroom of the Holiday Inn.
What? Since when does Shez have a black magic? Didn't realize I had that.
Whoa.
Y'all want the trampoline?
Everyone's favorite. Okay, it is pretty funny, especially in a big group with horses.
What? Okay, question. Okay,
He's still going.
You've become quite the mercenary.
That one man was still in there for a minute before he despawned.
I need to know.
Yesterday to you, but I've done a lot of living since then. Captain, was it too much work taking me on as an apprentice?
Well, I don't remember.
I mean, I gotta do something to fill the time.
It was like 30 years ago. So, explain to me why trampoline is Ash's unique power.
It's just because he's a little guy and it's his birthday. There's nothing inherently trampoline about Ash.
I think that's one character where they're like, I don't know what to do. Trampoline.
Yeah. His main personality trait is being a sweetheart.
You know, there's lots of characters.
Can't really turn that into a battle thing.
There's lots of characters.
Damn, what an outfit.
You can't get everything. Yeah, that's her final class outfit.
Yeah. Just as weird and complicated as her normal outfit.
I think it's the same one she gets in Three House. I think.
I don't remember.
Or at least it's similar.
That would make sense.
Another of my lessons. A founding principle.
Yeah, it makes sense to get him up in the air so he can shoot him because he's an archer. But it is funny that they wiggle around up there.
One other thing I find funny is that Byleth's power is like freeze time. Which, you know, makes sense. But you know who else has that power? Bernadetta.
Ah, yeah. She's also an archer.
I think we're about done here.
Bernie can freeze time too.
Just one more.
I don't know why.
Interesting lore that so Leonie's dad is still alive. So even though she wants Gerald to be her dad, she does have a dad who loves her already, and Gerald and Leonie's dad are friends.
Look, Gerald is such a better dad with raising Byleth wrong.
Yeah, he's clearly a worse dad. Everything about Gerald just feels like he just doesn't really give a shit.
He's old.
Yeah, that's how he dealt with his extended life, is he just doesn't really give a shit about anything. And I don't think it's just a case of wife gone. Like, it seems like he didn't give a shit even before he met his wife.
I don't know, we never really saw him before he met his wife.
Yeah, we just kind of have, like, Alois talking about it. He doesn't talk about him like he was different back then, so...
I never used this mechanic,
I don't
but
know.
Byleth's combo can be ended, and like depending on when you end the combo, she will do a different element, and then you can and then you can put the element on the sword, and there we go. I have a flaming sword.
Ah.
Or now I have a lightning sword. I don't know
fun.
what that affects.
I love putting elements on weapons in video games.
You should pack it in already. You're dealing
It's very fun, yeah.
Wait. You're Gerald?
Sorry, we finished the... well...
Wow, bye. I like the famous last words.
We did it, Leone. Okay, now we're really done. Let's beat it.
Yes, sir.
It's true, I also love putting elemental materia with a fire materia and having fire punch on Tifa. Ass!
Ass. Another ass mission.
I can use this.
New power is...
I have a lot of money. I need to spend that money. I need to crash the economy.
To the hostages as I delivered them safely
Great.
back to their villages. You could say I had a captive audience.
Oh my god, Eloise. Oh my god. Everyone falls over.
Restored peace to this whole
Completely ignored.
Oh my god.
Mercs like us are only supposed to work for pay. But a freebie every now and then won't kill me.
Yeah, I would have regretted it if I'd gone home.
Thank you for doing the right thing.
I just followed orders, that's all.
I don't care.
Well, I'm thanking you anyway. Now the villagers can live in peace. I was supposed to stay here and be a hunter with my father, you know? But once I met the captain, I knew I had to try and make it as a mercenary.
My programming does not contain
My father
empathy.
and the rest of the village always supported me, before the academy and after. It's been a long, strange path, but I finally became a mercenary and was able to help my hometown in the process. I don't think I've ever been happier. It feels like I've repaid some debts, although not my actual debt from school. Still working on that one.
Oh my god, they charge them?
Glad we helped you.
Student loans? There's student loans in this?
Give you back.
Alois, you mind reporting back and letting Count Gloucester know what happened? Oh, and don't forget to grab the reward money.
Understood. I will away at once.
Leone, why don't you run along to Son and let everyone know things are good?
I mean, have you seen Rhea? Obviously, she makes people pay
I will, Captain.
for education.
That's true.
Again.
You two should head back to base. I've got to pay my respects to the village elder and Leone's old man. Probably won't make it back until tomorrow.
Unnamed.
You expect them to throw you a feast, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, yeah. That's why you sent Leone ahead. So the villagers could prepare for your arrival.
Oh my
And
god.
The poachers, and now Leone's telling them you're on the way? You're practically begging them to serve you up a fancy meal.
I don't see what the problem is. He saved the lives of several people. I think dinner
Yeah.
is a completely fine reward.
Sounds like fun, actually. Maybe if we would all like to have fun for once.
Yeah.
They just happen to have a feast ready. It'd be rude to refuse.
And poor Eloise
Some
doesn't
dad
get to join in
content.
on the fun.
Yeah, you did send away Eloise. Ha, owned.
Well,
He's not missing anything.
Yeah, he's got a
Now then,
family.
this is an evening for grown-ups, so you kids get on home. If anything comes up while I'm gone, you can handle it yourselves.
oh, but please don't tell Manuela about this.
Well, time for me to set off. There's nothing like that first drink after playing the hero.
I'm impressed with your old man. That's a
Oh, right,
second
we're
move
she's
right
it, so
there.
we're like, yeah, that's funny.
Always lead someday. You would emulate him? Probably not, now that you're asking.
Only if he's compatible with Duck
Guess us
Station.
kids should shut up and go home. Maybe hold hands so we don't get lost. Must we hold hands?
Yes, that's mandatory.
Oh my
joking.
god.
I swear, the only thing duller than your blade is your sense of humor.
I don't understand humor.
Damn! Byleth character assassination.
This game is a little mean towards Byleth.
Wow. Guess you loved your character from the last game that you played as? Well, guess what, idiot? They're actually a jerk and no one likes them.
Did we take Byleth on a tea time yet? I don't think we have.
No, we haven't.
We gotta try that.
What does she say? Beep boop does not compute.
Probably. I haven't a word.
Well, how'd it go?
Owl feather.
Any
Convenient.
result's a good result.
Who's got a support right now? Oh, these two.
Oh, Blend Gerald.
Anyway. Blah. Blah? Blah.
There she is. Yeah, she suffers protagonist overload. Yeah.
Actually.
Don't worry about it.
Really?
What could we possibly have to talk about?
Nice
Wanna
sword.
go for a ride? All right.
Nice weather we've been having lately.
Let's go.
See your horse. You've got one. Yeah, me too. It says, so you like doing big damage? Oh, man. There she is.
Forests make for cumbersome battles. Hopefully we don't run into any enemies while we're here.
Looks around. Alright.
Wow.
What do we ask?
Fighting style.
Sword work, as well as the sort of guerrilla warfare I learned from my father.
Ah. Get competitive.
Rug.
I
Well,
hope all our allies survive this war.
otherwise I'll have to turn back time.
I don't know.
I mean, I agree. One of the... I don't know what the difference between one or two is.
I don't know. I don't know. Because sometimes I'm a little confused about these.
We live in an age of war, but I feel like that's what I'm suited to.
I love killing people. It's great. I mean, we're both mercenaries.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's a weird combination of things.
No.
I've never had tea before in my life.
Actually.
Yeah, that makes sense. Doesn't get a point for it. Okay. Well, whatever, I guess. Have some feathers, I guess.
This is nice. This is nice.
Keep going. Go get that support.
This is nice.
Oh my god, how
Ow!
much? How much do you need? Oh,
Oh, it's locked.
I wasted those,
Dang.
didn't I?
No!
It's fine. It's fine.
Damn. Damn.
I forgot we were already at A. I thought we were at B.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah, think of how many owls died for those feathers.
no owl dies. It's just the one owl that comes
birds
here.
just
and
lose feathers, but it's funny. It's
You
funny
know.
to say that.
the owl that has seen
It's like,
battles.
It's like that infamous Tumblr post that misunderstands that bees don't die to make honey. And they're like, I can't believe you could eat honey with all those bees have to die for it.
I mean, bees just die because they don't have a very long lifespan.
Yes. Remember one of the replies was like, do you think that honey is made by like squishing up bees and like putting them in a in a blender and or like a centrifuge or something. Ah. Well. Oh yeah, the dancer outfit. It's pretty.
Feels like Roman noble outfit.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
sexier.
Yeah, looks like she's going to a toga party.
Mm-hmm. Feels like she's an NPC in the Forgotten City.
All right, what do we got to do to wrap this up here?
I don't know. I guess we could do that final support.
Ah, yes. I'm sure it'll be riveting.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I was looking for you. Didn't think I'd find you down by the river.
Dad, I fish every day.
Fishing?
That's an awful lot of blood.
That's all I do.
Oh, that's the fish.
I thought soaking it in the water would help get it out.
I don't know. That fight went on for a while. And blood doesn't come out so easily, even if you start.
Yeah, just with water.
If you ask me. It's more trouble than it's worth. You have another one, right?
I do, but I'd still like to use this one if I can. Something wrong?
Hmm? Oh, sorry. It's just, you reminded me of Citri, of your mother, back when we first met.
She was also often soaked in blood.
How so?
There was this one time when she was trying really hard to get some stains out of a handkerchief.
Blood.
She had your same quiet composure and everything, and when I asked her if she had another one, you know what she told me? She just turned and said, if I could still use this one, I'd rather not throw it away.
Well,
wow, so romantic. What an important, cherished memory. Thank you for sharing.
But I still see so much of her in you. When I was first getting to know her, I never saw her laugh or cry.
So.
Oh my god, that's how I fell in love. I love a woman with no emotion.
So Gerald's wife.
Dying. I'm rolling on the ground.
Why is that?
Because I was death flagged.
Maybe I'm feeling a little regret for
and
you into the mercenary life.
Yeah, now that I'm past my death flag, I'm dropping story beats like nothing.
You don't have any friends.
It's like, you know, you dodged the death flag, but all the feelings that associated with it are still there.
Yeah, it's time to give you all the information that my death would have prevented you knowing.
You'd be with her, and things would be peaceful.
I don't regret my life here with you. I might not have a home or friends, but you've always
no friends.
Living by the sword suits
What
me
is
just
this?
fine. And I've had no shortage of allies. So,
You're right. There's no cause for regrets.
I did not raise you wrong.
You really are just like her, though. You know that?
A robot? So her mom was also a robot. Gerald fucked a robot.
Why was that attractive to him? He was like, wow, this woman has no emotions, my wife.
I mean, I guess maybe he's into that.
I think that Byleth's mom just also had huge cans. That's you know.
Fair point.
It's like, yeah, you look just like her. Yeah, she was also a H cup. Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
They don't go up to H, do they?
Oh yeah, they do.
What? All right.
You can get bras up to some big letters. I mean, for their specialty, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's enough secondhand embarrassment for me tonight.
Yes. It was a real secondhand embarrassment type of evening. Really starting off with Ferdinand and Dorothea.
Yeah, I this game needs a little more of the type of energy that we get from Bernie and
Oh yeah, Bernie and Marianne,
Marianne.
the Shy Girls Support Club. That was the most pure, wholesome, beautiful Yuri that I've watched recently. That was great.
Yeah, that one was great.
It's only problematic family relations from now on, unfortunately. Next time Ferdinand finally has to kill his dad, and I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry about it.
Let's. I'm trying to remember.
Will it be next week? I don't know. Next week is Thanksgiving, but I'm also not doing anything interesting. So,
Not seeing.
who can say?
No family gathering.
My family lives close by, so it's pretty. Like I just got to drive 5 minutes over there. So nothing too big of a deal.
I would think that would make
that's
you
on
more
Thursday
likely
anyway.
to. Okay. Well, I'm not doing anything either, to be honest. Thanksgiving isn't really something my dad does.
So, well, and especially Saturday, I'll have to wait and see. We can talk about this offline. This is boring. I'll just have to see if we're gonna go out of town or not on that particular day. We might do it on a different day, and then it wouldn't matter for this stream. So I'll know more next week.
So I'm just checking. Yes, so I'm gonna send y'all to Voxandra, who is doing her monthly Mega Man X marathon.
Ooh, alliteration. You love to hear it.
She does this marathon every month. She used to do it like from X1 to X6, but she started doing the reverse order because the problem with doing X1 to X6 is that you start high and you end up miserable. So now she does X6 to X1 because it starts.
Wow.
It starts bad, but she can get through it pretty quickly, and then it ends on a good note.
Great. Good. Well, that sounds like fun. All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. We're going to talk